to tell me her entire life's trauma for an hour and 44 minutes.
Yes. This, oh my God, they'll call him, well, when I was your age there, Sonny, they didn't have cell phones. Hell, we didn't even have heartbeats. We had to punch ourselves in the chest as we walked uphill both ways in the snow.
Would you like fries with that? Would you like fries with that?
Hey there, everybody, PTPOP here. I'm back from the dead, my friends. Back and better than ever. At least for a couple moments. Let's see how long this lasts. Welcome back to another episode of PTPOP Call Center Survivor, where I lead you out of the doldrums and the torture of working in a call center. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am PTPOP, and thank you for watching me. And I'm going to get this out of the way. If you'd like to support this channel, like and subscribe. It's the easiest, cheapest, most inexpensive way to support me here is to like and subscribe. If you happen to have a few extra bucks and you're feeling generous, join my Patreon channel, become a member here. You'll see behind the scenes pictures and videos and things that the general public can't see. Or buy my artwork online, my books. I have books for sale on Amazon that are linked in the description below. I have all kinds of things, books, I have music, I have documentaries. So there you have it. But today what I thought I would do, let me switch over to my other screen, my friends. Ooh, dude. Whoa, man, that's a trip, dude. That is a precursor to what's going on here. I'm going to review some more wonderful TikTok videos and comment on what these fine people have to say about what it's like to work in a call center. So keep your seat. Keep your seat. Not keep your seat, but fasten your safety belts. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's see what we got here. I have not listened to any of these yet, so let's see what these fine people have to say. And I like to comment on different videos about call centers on TikTok. I just became a viewer of TikTok and a subscriber, and I'm loving it. I'm having a great time. All right, here we go.
Y'all, let me tell you something. I've worked in a handful of different customer service jobs before, but call centers? What in the actual fuck is that?
Oh, amen, sister. Amen. Let's see what else he has to say.
Okay, so I got hired at one. It was for a major cell phone company. They're all probably the same, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, no. I think I maybe already showed this one.
But the thing that really got me is that they said initially, okay, we're going to do 12 weeks of training, and then we're going to put you on the phone, but you'll have supervisors to help you on the phone. What had happened was we did about 5 to 6 weeks of training, and then they said, all right, you're going to be on the phone for 7 hours a day.
Right. That's just what they did at Verizon. We were supposed to have like 14 weeks of something or 3 months of training. It's a huge lie. Huge lie. And they threw us on the phones. I don't know if we were prepared or not. Who knows?
And in between calls, you only get 30 seconds to a minute to document everything. And you have to try to make sure to go to the bathroom only on your breaks. And if you...
Or in your Depends. I always suggest if you're serious about working in a call center to buy a box of Depends at your local drugstore. You're going to need them because you're not allowed to go to the bathroom.
Take too long between calls, you'll get logged out and you'll get in trouble because we're tracking all of your metrics. And they say that your metrics don't count early on, but I'm pretty sure that they do count early on. They probably use it in some way. But yeah, not for me. And it's not that they didn't teach us anything at all in the training. I'm not going to sit here and over exaggerate that, but I don't feel like they taught us enough. There's a lot of information and there's a lot of things that a customer can call for, like literally anything. And when you're on the phone by yourself in your living room, trying to go through resources.
In your living room, she's working from home. I never had the luxury. I'm telling you, if I had to work from home, I'd do it naked. I'd sit here naked. How would they, unless they're watching with the camera, I don't know. But this poor girl's right. And I don't think there's any way they could really train you extensively in a training center, but what they really need to do is if they really were serious about their call center workers in a cellular telephone company, they'd take the people that work in the stores and they're there and learn all the product lines, learn all the billing. Then they rotate those people in and out of the call center. So you take someone from the call center, put them in a store for 6 months. Once they get trained in the stores, you rotate them back to the call center. So you not only know the product line, but you also have experience in both sales and customer service, and you're getting a well-rounded employee. I suggested that at Verizon, but they wouldn't do it. Let me see what this next person has.
My face is dry as fuck. But
damn,
I've been working for Medicare, and something about old people, I don't know what it is about when they
be careful, sister. I'm an old people.
Blah, blah, blah. And she had thrown away, and her sister told her that, oh, you could qualify for Medicare, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, yeah, I threw it away because I don't know how to read. And I was just like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, I don't know how to read. I was never taught. The teachers thought I was too stupid. So they just put me in a corner with crayons and put the dunce hat on me. I was just like, okay. And then she
had a girlfriend that tried to do that to me once.
Proceeds to tell me her entire life's trauma for an hour and 44 minutes.
Yes. This, oh my God, they'll call him, well, when I was your age there, Sonny, they didn't have cell phones. Hell, we didn't even have heartbeats. We had to punch ourselves in the chest as we walked uphill both ways in the snow to keep ourselves going, you know. Oh, it's true. I worked in technical support. I worked in online banking for a bank here in Cleveland. And my first call, I kid you not, my first call was an hour and a half. And it was an old person. They didn't know their backside from a browser, from a search engine.
I let her speak because I was going to get paid regardless. But it was just, when I tell you the layers to this woman was talking about how she saw people. I think she has, when I tell you, I feel this woman has undiagnosed schizophrenia. I don't want to diagnose anybody, but the way she was talking about how she saw people. She was talking about how she speaks to spirits, how her mother visits her in her dreams. And I'm just like, okay, maybe she's either spiritual or maybe she has schizophrenia. One of the two.
Let's go on to the next one here.
Working at a call center was the worst experience of my entire life.
Let's talk about mandatory overtime, mean supervisors, and pervy callers.
Let me tell you about...
Oh, yeah. All three. I mean, I didn't get too many pervy callers, but I got a few. Especially the guys that would deny that they had called phone sex places. Like they had thousands of dollars to phone sex or to gay porn. Oh, no, buddy, I don't do that. You know, I think they're trying to get you riled up to see if they can get you to help them nut.
About it while I color my little sketch here. Let's start with the phone calls. It was back-to-back calls. So the second you hung up with one customer, the other call will come right in. So you didn't get a chance to breathe between calls. Also, there was mandatory overtime. Mandatory. So
yeah, I've seen that all the time. There's mandatory overtime. And there's absolutely no time at all in between calls. Let me hide my fupa. My sexy fupa.
If it was a really high volume day with the calls and they needed people to stay past their shift, they could add 2-3 hours to your shift. And you had to do it because if not, it would count against you. So you didn't really have a say in the matter. If this
is a long one, so I'm going to go to the next one.
Because you were brave enough to give your experience, I'm going to review one of the worst call centers I've ever worked for, and I do not have a desire to reapply or to work for them, so I will be saying their name, okay? Okay. Yes, I broke a nail. We ain't even going to talk about it.
Don't break your nails, hon.
Before I jump into this, let me just say that I don't give a shit about this company. I don't want to reapply. I never want to work for them again, so the feeling's mutual. 24/7 AI is literally one of the worst call centers I've ever worked for here in Dallas.
24/7 AI, is that the name of the company?
A1 was very shitty. They promise you one thing on paper, and then when you get into training and everybody else is talking about their pay, they quickly switch that shit up. For instance,
This is a new thing that companies do. They do the bait, hook, and switch. I think that's what she's getting to. You see a job on Indeed. It says you're a customer service rep taking inbound customer calls. No mention of sales. You get into training and you find out not only are you doing customer service, But you're also doing high pressure sales. I don't know if that's what she's going to say here, but I bet you it is.
Regular CSRs were supposed to be given $17 an hour. However, in orientation, when the discussion of the pay came up, it was on a sliding scale. Like if you don't work your full 40 hours a week, then they go ahead and they give you $14.50. Now,
Oh yeah, they do that too. They change up the pay scale on these things too. Or they'll hire you in. Training is $18 an hour for the 2 weeks of training, but after that it drops down to $14.50 an hour.
team lead, supervisors, upper management, it was supposed to be different. We were supposed to be salaried. So we were supposed to get a certain amount of money every single month, but we were supposed to be getting paid twice a month. I don't know how they divided it into two and got what they got, but the math wasn't mathing at all for me. As upper management, they wouldn't even...
The math wasn't mathing? I like that. The math wasn't mathing. I should have said that to my 10th grade algebra teacher.
Tell you when your specific time would end. So it's like, how are you calculating our time, or how are you deducting from our salary if you don't even know if we're here or not? Their equipment was horribly outdated. The drug test and background test bullshit was total fucking bullshit. It took...
Let me tell y'all, the worst part about working in the...
So I'm not trying to be racist, but why are all the people that are talking about this African American? Now, here in the Midwest... At the call centers I've worked in here, I would say 60% of the people on the call centers are black, and the rest are white, with a few Hispanics scattered in. But this was at a time, I think the Hispanic population is increased exponentially over the last 10 years since I've been back. But there are lots of black people to take call center jobs.
Call center is being graded for how you react to rude mother calling your mother phone. I never thought I would see the day where I can get cussed out and I can be told where to go and how to get there, and my managers pull me into a meeting and say, well, you could have done this better. Mind you, I didn't even cuss them out the way that I really wanted to. I really didn't even say anything but just say, well, if you're going to continue to act this way, I'm not going to be able to further assist you. And because I didn't follow a certain script or a certain wording, I was marked down.
And these days you can't even say that. I'm assuming this guy did this. This video is marked March 27th at 23, so it's a little over a year old. But I've worked in call centers recently where you're not allowed to hang up on somebody. If they're sitting there and they're calling you a pickle sucker and they're saying you suck and your mother sleeps with, midgets and stuff like that, you have to go, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, sir. Is there anything else I can help you out with today? Oh, you think my mother sleeps with, dwarfs that are drunk in elderberry wine? Okay, well, that's a possibility. And if you don't act that way, you don't treat them with respect, even though they're dogging you out, you get in trouble.
I've never, since I've been here, gotten a 100% on my phone call.
And you never...
Because along with the parameters that we have to check off while doing a phone call, we have to say certain things. But one thing that I just really cannot agree on with these call reviews is the empathy and the personalization of the phone call, and that's graded as well. For example, I speak to 40, 80 people a day. Do you think that I can process...
I think he means he speaks 40 to 80 people a day. I think that's what he said, which is true. You take anywhere from 40 to 80 calls a day.
Everybody's name at the same time for every single phone call? No. But it's expected of me and graded on me if I don't say that person's name or try to make it personal as if I'm talking to somebody like one of my homegirls. And I get it, you're graded.
Yeah, you're supposed to repeat the customer's name. So if the customer's name is Bob, you say, hey, Bob, thanks for calling in today. How can I help you out today? Oh, really, Bob? I'm sorry to hear you're having that kind of problems with your bill. I'd be glad to help you out with that, Bob. Bob, tell me, what are the last 4 digits of your social security number?
In my people skills.
If you don't talk like that, you get written up.
Altogether. But I don't see how that's going to benefit the phone call, because I can sit there and call them their first name, their last name, their middle name. But if I'm not giving them what they want, they're going to be pissed off anyway. And
so here's another thing that I've discovered. When I call into a call center and somebody repeats my name, I don't know, it gives me like a warm fuzzy. I don't know, maybe I'm just desperate for affection, which could very well be. But, whenever somebody says, hey, Pete, thanks for calling in, and they keep repeating my name, it does, for some reason, pull me into the conversation, make me feel like they're I don't know, making it more personal. So I kind of like it. I don't do that. I've never done that on the phones when I was in them. I never did that ever.
And I'm not exaggerating, bro.
This is called Surviving a Call Center. My experience from working at call center for only 6 months. Follow for full-time story. Here, I think I will follow you. Maybe I should write to this woman.
Yes, I'm working from home, but that it's so mentally draining, y'all. I do not wish that job on my worst life. And I'm not exaggerating, bro. Yes, I'm working from home, but that it's so mentally draining, y'all. I do not wish that job on my worst life. And I'm not exaggerating, bro. Yes, I'm working from home, but
that's it. And she's right. I mean, I'll repost this for her too, because it's true. You don't want to wish this job on anyone. And I've gotten desperate. As you guys know, I'm looking for work. It's just so rough trying to find work. Now, unless you're a Haitian and you live in Springfield, Ohio, you can't find a job. If you're a Haitian, you can get a factory job down in Dayton making $20 an hour.
I can't.
Just look at her face, man. This woman is miserable. She is miserable. Call center sucks. Work from home call center sucks.
Oh, y'all. Enough how sick of these work from home call center jobs are. I work from home and take care of my kids, and I bought headphones that are noise canceling, that are wireless, so I can still tend to my kids, and now my job is making it to where we cannot use wireless headphones, and the ones that they provided don't have enough.
How do they know if you're using wireless headphones? I don't think they'd have any idea if you're using them or not. I don't think, unless the IT or the manager can tap into your computer remotely and see what headphones you're using.
So, yeah.
I am calling extension 3575 over and over and over and goddamn over again to reach Michelle, who said...
That's an excellent question. I'm going to place you on a brief hold while I look further into this. Thank you.
I think I covered this one before too. You know what people do when they put you on hold? If you're not a call center worker, this is what I do. I go like this to people. I flick off my phone. You're constantly getting flicked off by the CSI. Okay, that's stupid.
It is now about 7.
It's all black people.
Medical center outpatient.
Oh, white person, yay! Nothing against the black people, but it's like, damn. Real call I took working in a medical call center. Oh my God, I can't wait to hear this.
How can I help you? Where's my prescription?
I love the look. Because when you're on the phone with somebody in your mind, you're trying to picture what they look like. And it's the funniest game to play with yourself, and I have weird images of people in my head.
I'm sorry? My prescription. Oh, are you calling to have us put in a request for a refill with your doctor? I already did that. Okay, got it. Can I have your name and date of birth, please? Karen Smith, 1150. All right, let me see here. Okay, which is the prescription you had sent in the request for? It's the one for my blood pressure. I don't know what the name is. How am I supposed to know? No, of course you don't. Okay, let me see here. Let's go to the messages. Okay, yeah. So I see that there was a message sent to your doctor's nurse today titled prescription refill. Let's see. Okay, so they sent the message. I'm here at the pharmacy right now, and they say they don't have it. Where is it? Okay, ma'am, I am looking at the message. It was marked. So
beings could be confined to these type of working conditions. How does a company that offers a service that would attract a pay rate of $15 US per hour in the United States pays a Jamaican $2.50 an hour for the same job?
Ugh. This poor man. I think I may have spoken to somebody like this on my channel, somebody wrote to me, and I think they were from Jamaica, and they said they were making $2.50 US dollars in their country. I didn't know where he was at first. He wrote to me, and I said, "What country are you in?" And I think he said Jamaica. I mean, they totally ripped these people off. They ripped them off big time. I mean, these people are making $2.50 an hour is like minimum wage from like 1970 here in the United States. It's just atrocious how these psychopathic, sociopathic, narcissistic owners of these companies, just to save a buck, will offshore things and pay them so little money. It's disgusting, but...
Promise the employees what they consider to be a promotion, managerial, supervisory position. The employee trained for the position, take up the role, performing the duties, longer hours, more responsibilities with no increase in pay. How does that work? Not only that, how do you have a entity that walks in the first day of the new year?
I've got to private message this guy.
I worked in a call center, and
white person,
even just talking.
Yay! Not that I'm pro-white, but it's like, what happened? You know what I mean.
To strangers on the phone was the most stressful thing in the world to me. One time this person was being so crazy, they were like, "Nobody by that name lives here." And I go, "Okay, did I call this?" And I gave the number, and they go, "I'm not going to confirm that number for you." And I said, "Well, then I might call back again because I don't know if I called the right number. Maybe I dialed wrong." And she said, "Well, I'm not going to give you that confirmation." I go, "Okay, well, then I might call back." And she goes, "Well, I will not be confirming today." And so I was like, okay. So I hung up and I dialed her again. And she answered right away. And I go, "Confirmation." Hung up.
Another fact that I want to add about the toxic environment at the Spectrum call center.
Oh, Spectrum. Oh my God, Spectrum is a shithole.
A lot of people, including myself, were on medical leaves for anxiety, stress, depression, etc. Because everybody's mental health was suffering. And I mean, like, more than I've ever seen at any other job.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's where I began to have panic attacks. A lot of people, were going to see doctors and on medications. And, like, "Hey, do you have Xanax? Hey, do you have clonazepam?"
You're not out in the parking lot hitting people up for smack or crack or some getting some bud. You're out there, "Hey man, you got some Xanax? I can't take it here. I need some Prozac. I'll give you $30 for one pill of Prozac." You got any Valium, man?
One girl that would go and get some and share with everybody whatever they needed. And I mean, it's not funny, but I'm like, it's just like, wow, like, that's really fucked up. And that's the truth. That really is the truth.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that. And yeah, I wanted to show people here that, these call centers thing that I tapped into here on YouTube is a international thing. This isn't just here in the United States. It's in the UK, it's in Jamaica, it's in India, it's in the Philippines, it's probably in Vietnam. They've got call centers anywhere they can find slave labor. And it's a really unfortunate industry because most people are tormented in these jobs. They're tortured, mentally and emotionally tortured. And in some places, they're tortured physically and sexually. They're sexually abused. And that's why I want to make this documentary. I'm working on this documentary. I just finished writing it yesterday. I've got a bunch of things lined up. I'm going to be interviewing Amos Tenema, who is the gentleman I interviewed on my show a couple of months ago. And he has set up BPOs. He has worked overseas. He's worked here in the States. He is very pro, let's fix things up in call centers. And the call center business is a dark, dreary industry, and it's a necessary evil. That's the way the corporations look at it. And I wanted to show everybody here that this is an international thing. It's not just the United States. This is around the world. And these corporations, not only don't they care about their employees, they don't care about their customers. Any way they can get a quick buck off you, any way they can save a buck, they will do it. So, hey, if you like my videos, give me the thumbs up, subscribe. If you're a call center employee, call center survivor like me, share my videos. Share them around the world. Tell your friends. Tell your coworkers. If you work in a big coworker call center, like a 1,000-man call center, send my channel to everybody. Let everybody know about it. I do not know how much longer I'll be here on the YouTubes, you know, because I was a bad boy and I talked about some nasty wasty things about the nasty wasty bug and the Jabberwocky, and so they're threatening to take all my channels down. I've got 2 channels on YouTube, and they're threatening to take them both away from me. So, as I look at myself on the monitor, I don't think I'm in focus, but that's pretty much standard for a call center worker. I'm a little bit out of focus. So thanks for watching Call Center Survivor PTPOP here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have a good rest of the week. And hang in there if you're working in a call center. Keep your resume updated. Keep looking for something better. You're better than what you're doing right now. Keep reaching. Keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. I'll be the same, baby.
Where every other customer says filthy things to me. Working second shift, never see my kids.
Would you like fries with that? Would you like fries with that?